And we're live. Miss Goldie Robinson, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Perlis123 is in the building. Sharon Ingram is right there. Donna Davis is here. The chat room is closed this morning. The chat room is only for people with names in green. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Shout out to whatever it is your job description is. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Don't let that go over your head. If that is your genuine trait, if you are a good person, if you are a person who really wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself, you are a good person. All right? Only good people do them something there. See? Here we are on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Today is January 28, 2025, and we are happy to be here. We did not get here by ourselves. We were preserved to be here, so we give thanks to the Most High for preserving us to see this day. I'm up, feeling good, healthy, and strong, and I start out by giving thanks this morning. You should too. You have a lot to be thankful for. Yeah, in spite of all that's going on, you have a lot to be thankful for. Here we are, man. We have a lot to talk about this morning, and this should be about a two-hour show. Lovely Aneka is in the building. Lovely Aneka is right there on our screen. The gray and white name looks a bit different from everybody else because she is a fellow content creator. Please hit Lovely Aneka and go over to her channel and spread the love. Keep it all in the family. Purple Royal, BM, Dion Rickett, Roxy21. Tracy Chen is in the building. Bad Dolly 261 is here with us. Bad Dolly 261, big up yourself. Kai Tai Jai Empress is in the building as well this morning. Thank you for being here. Missy Brom Brom, Karen Notice, Naisha is here as well this morning. Say Ben TV, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Say Ben TV. Sharon Spence is here. Marilyn Grant. Audrey Wright says, hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live, please. Dainty is in the building. I wonder if I Dainty D that, because if that's Dainty D been with me for a long time. Big up yourself, Dainty. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here this morning. Wayne Nathan is in the building. Nance is here as well. Big up yourself, Nance. 5Field63 is in the building. All the way from the UK with that British flag flying as well. Saying big up to everybody else on the platform. Senior Sexy is here as well. Black Eagle is in the building. Thank you for being here, Donna Davis. Thank you for being here. The first one in Miss Goldie Robinson. All right. Holy power there this morning. Have a lot to talk about. Where do we start? There's a story about a retired American nurse who was killed in Jamaica. I think today I'm going to do all the killy story them and get them out the way. Honestly speaking, these stories are super draining. I tell people this all the time. When I'm in Jamaica, I don't see anything, which tells me that when you're in it, you don't know it's happening. You know, I opened the Jamaica news this morning and it says that Christiana is under curfew and parts of Manchester and Clarendon are under curfew. I just spent 2 weeks in that region and I was pretty much in Christiana almost every day of the 2 weeks that I was in Jamaica. Nothing was going on that made me feel like it needed to be under curfew. It's the same way every time I go to, like, I'm in Westmoreland and then Little London to be specific. And then it's nice and nothing on go on. And as soon as I leave, the news media says it's under curfew because crime is rampant and violent. I don't see none of this stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe when I'm there, it's like it times me perfectly. And when I leave is when everything starts. Anyway, for those of you heading in that direction, Christiana and parts of Manchester and parts of Clarendon are currently under curfew because people are out of control and things are getting on bad. We've started out pretty badly for the new year in Jamaica. So the stories leading this morning is a retired American nurse that was killed in Jamaica. Then there was a missing woman who was missing for a few days. I saw her picture. I didn't run the story. I didn't think anything of it. Usually we'll put up a picture and say, help us find this person. I didn't. I honestly looked at her and I thought, she gone a man yard. I swear that's what I thought. I said, she gone a man yard. She got resurface. When she resurfaced, they don't even give us a backstory anyways. They usually just say something like, she was found fine. So I didn't pay much attention to it. And she was found, and she wasn't found in a good way. So we're going to cover her story. And then there was a soldier, news headlines yesterday, a young soldier was killed in an attack, and he has now been identified, but there is more to his story. They actually have a layout of the whole story, the incident that happened, and we're going to get into that as well. Y'all know that the soldier stuff is always near and dear to me, right? Because I was a soldier for like a whole decade. So it's near and dear to me, and I actually know what they go through from a first-hand perspective. With that said, Shakira brought a picture to me yesterday and said, isn't this the same soldier that she actually said, see him youth this way. Remember when we were driving around, I think I told you all the story. Like we went into some neighborhoods and some communities. We were in Kingston getting ready for the Vibes Cartel concert and decided to go buy a bathing suit for wifey and didn't know it was so hard to find a simple bathing suit in Kingston. So we started driving, and the drive and the quest to find a bathing suit took us into different communities and different parts of the city. And we just kept going more and more out and out till people started saying, you have to go look for that downtown still in a car. None of that, no, around here. So nobody now know bathing suit around here. So we kept going and going. And then we're running into these neighborhoods that look like bombs had been dropped in them, that look like, you know, the people them blocked the road. You could see the civil unrest and everything. There were kids happy there playing in the streets, people smiling the same way, but you couldn't ignore that you can't drive further than there because, you know, a tree cut down and lay across the road, a refrigerator is in the middle of the road. Them use different stuff to block the road and all that. And I remember there was this young looking soldier guy sitting in a corner. He was obviously supposed to be on duty. And he had his rifle leaned across his lap. And the first thing I said was, we not trained like that. You never do that. Whoever has him here has failed him. That's the first thing I thought. Because I looked around already. If I was a gunman, him would have been an easy target for me. Because if I want to slap a soldier today, that would have been him. He looked around. I looked around and I didn't see no backative for him anywhere. Right? That immediately would embolden anybody who was trying to do harm to any military personnel. Then he had no Kevlar on. Kevlar is head protection, right? He had none of that on. I didn't see no protective gear on him. I'm just sitting there in him uniform with him rifle across him lap like this. And I thought, damn. So when I asked him, I said, we can go through your sir? Him just, you know, he looked like he was, no, him give me an angry kind of like, or ya idiot, back up. But he didn't say ya idiot. That was the, you know, back up, like go back there, sir. So I just reversed the car all the way up out of there because you couldn't go through. But the whole time I was thinking that. Now, when she bring the picture to me yesterday, we were both saying the same thing. This look just like it's him. This looks like it's him. So we're going to get into his story because not only was he identified, they gave an update to his story and the whole incident, what took place and how he lost his life in an ambush yesterday. Remember when I came on yesterday morning, I said, I want to do the killy stories, but I also want to get away from them because as soon as I turned on the news this morning, 3 people killed somewhere in a Malines Road or something like that, and I left it at that. Well, this is the story, all right? So we can start out with the retired nurse, we can start out with the missing woman, or we can start out with the soldier. You choose where I start and I go. You have 60 seconds. In the meantime, I'll sip my tea. What may I drink this morning? Caribbean herbal tea. I think this is mint and ginger. 1 nurse, 4 soldiers, right off the bat. Marilyn Grant says nurse. Audrey Wright says soldier. Empress Stephanie says soldier. Nan says soldier. Naisha says soldier. Grace James, morning blessings to everyone. Thank you for being here, Grace James. Karen Notice says soldier. Missy Brom Brom says soldier. Mel Mel says soldier. Miss Goldie Robinson says soldier. I think soldier is what it's going to be. It's running. We're 22 seconds in and counting. Good morning, SouFlo and everyone. Anthony Vaz, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. When Nathan says nurse. All right. Lady J says good morning, everyone. Marie's Message 411 TV, another content creator in the building right there. Hit her and go over there and hit the subscribe button and share the love. She says soldier. Donna Davis says soldier. BM says soldier. Saban TV says soldier. 5Field63 says soldier. We are 40 seconds in and counting. All me say a soldier. All right, so let me start queuing up the soldier because I see another nurse now. 2 nurse, 3 nurses, about 40 soldier. Lovely Anika says soldier. Let's go for the soldier story real quick. 10, 9, 8. Sharon Dickinson says soldier. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and soldier it is. Okay. First of all, let me tell parents this, right? From a soldier's perspective. When your child goes off into the military and they become a soldier, just know, say, I know you feel proud because your baby could have been out on the road or do anything else. And it really takes a brave heart to make that decision. I can't tell you the kind of fears that are in you when you're making that kind of decision. However, they are to be commended just for the decision, right? But please understand this. What your baby has taken on is nothing you can comprehend unless you go through it. Is literally some Mission Impossible stuff, right? That you probably see on movies and stuff that they're actually living now. So pay some respect when you see them again. You understand? All right. To the ones living and to the ones who are gone. This young soldier right there, updates. Let's start off with this first. I saw yesterday in the news media report one young lady who resides in the UK, in the US. Her comment was, "Oh God, no, baby, not you." Of course, I was being sarcastic. I didn't leave the comment. I just thought to myself, "Oh God, no, baby." And she's pretty young, so I'm thinking maybe Soldier did have a wife or a girlfriend, or maybe him have a bunch of girls that call him baby. You don't know, right? The other comments were like, "Oh my God, he was so handsome and him so young and this and that." Well, he is 26-year-old Private Fernando Dixon. Private. Private is the lowest rank you can have in the military. Okay, that means he just started out. Either you just start out or you get bust down to private, which is a whole another story. In disciplinary actions against you could cause you to be bust all the way down to a private, but at 26 years old and a private, more than likely he just came in. The identified of his attackers who were traveling on a motorcycle as yet to be released, the identities as yet. We have the whole story on the other part. The police says that both men were clad in black attire, and the police report that 2 men who were traveling on a black Honda bike without a plate on the bike rode up on Private Dixon, who was traveling in an Audi motor vehicle along with 4 other occupants in the vehicle. The 2 men on the bike rode up beside them, opened fire, and Dixon used the vehicle while they were opening fire to hit the men from their black motorcycle, killing both of them on the spot. So he didn't panic. He did what he was trained to do. Soldiers are trained in such a way that when it comes to, I kid you not, if I'm willing to bet that if you see a shootout with a soldier, and I can tell you, if he's an infantry trained soldier, he's probably going to be running towards the threat as opposed to running away from it. It's going to be second nature or first. It comes first nature because they drill it so much, right? So your first reaction is going to be what your body is going to instantly react, instinct, without you even thinking. Like the average person is thinking, duck, run, go that way, hide. Oh my God, I'm afraid. Not them. They're thinking neutralize the threat swiftly, right? Neutralize the threat swiftly. Shoot, move, communicate, neutralize the threat swiftly. You behind a vehicle, you behind the wheels of a vehicle, use your vehicle to your advantage, etc. So apparently is that. The average person, if somebody ride up on the side of you and take out a gun and start boom, 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 shooting in your vehicle, you're probably going to careen off the road, try to go away from the shots, run all that. So shout out to Soldier for staying true to what he is, right? And he used his vehicle, hit both of them. He hit them hard enough to where both of them died at the scene. He was transported to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police were called to the scene where two firearms, a Radical 5.56 M16 rifle with a magazine and a Taurus pistol were recovered. Riding around in the middle of the day with an M16. Sound kind of fishy to me. This one is called a deadly mission. When I saw that young soldier in that corner, I thought that was a deadly mission. You see, there's a thing about, and I don't mean to put down Jamaica's JDF, the defense force, but I think their training could be tightened up in many ways, right? This is not me speaking down on them. This is just me saying over the years I've seen a lot of stuff where I have said that can't be what they're doing. I just feel like in the US we're trained to a higher standard. You know what I mean? And I feel like I even said I could impart some knowledge onto them, but the thing is, will they listen? Will they put it into action? Because our people have a thing like this. Nobody now listen to your brother. You don't know nobody. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. I will heap Jamaican serving in the US military. You don't know nothing special. We are the toughest, we are the baddest, we're on top of things, blah, blah, blah. You can't tell us nothing. When truly and really, you just have their best interests at heart, you know, and you already see what can happen. But we see it happen all the time. I'll give you a good example. Every time they're going to do a joint operation, this is JCF, JDF working together. Say they're going to go into Montego Bay. They're going to do state of emergency, SOE, state of emergency, yes, SOE. Or they're going to do ZOSO, zones of special operation. I'm going to get set up on everything. They kill the biggest thing first. The biggest thing first. We're not teaching military tactics, you know. These are basics. The biggest thing first is called the element of surprise. They kill element of surprise. So I would see them go on TV and me hear radio, and me see it on internet, and the head of their organization is like, we will be in, let's give an example and just say, we will be in St. James starting January 29th, Wednesday morning. We should be there around 7 a.m. and we will be there for 2 weeks. Now, as somebody who is trained in the United States of America military, pardon my language, but I'll be sitting here at home like, what the fuck? They must be, I used to give them the benefit of the doubt. I said, maybe they're doing that to throw people off because they're actually going in today, not the day they said they're going in. Or they're probably going in after to cause confusion. No. They show up exactly when they told them they were going to show up. They stay for exactly as long as they said they were going to stay. I said, how is this effective? How is this effective? Do they not know? Do they not know that they're putting these soldiers and these police officers at risk by moving like this? So we sit and we watch this stuff. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Yeah, hello.
Yo, all gone.
My day and the family talk to me no want me. I look for my volume button. Your phone now work too right or
no man, it seems like my day now. But may I say, you see that to them go advertise for news about say we are going to in a mobile tomorrow, this and that.
Yeah.
I tell them man there's a fair they gun here. I style them use. I go and let them clean up the country, but them tell a friend them say, yo, I had the gun them here, sir.
That's the conclusion I came to over the years. That's the conclusion I came to over the years.
You go on mission and you tell people which fire you go there and what time you go there. They might tell them all exactly what time they might come there.
Them even tell them when them are going to leave. Them even tell them when they're going to leave and how long they're going to be there.
Yeah, then it means that there's no way you cannot clean up crime. And I go tell people when you come there, I go start lay out every pipe iron to block off road and so. A fool and a fool, sir.
So you see why I always say them give them basket to carry water though?
No, sir, that a water in a basket.
them set them up, bro. Them set them up.
No, sir. That's base. There's no way. A surprise to feed people at 3 a.m. in the morning. You're going to dig up people here and sit. I guarantee you, say if they do that, you see, the amount of gun them would have find. But there's no way you cannot go somewhere and tell people say I come there. You think if they have gun there, they never move it go somewhere else. If they have it on 16th Street, they are going to bring you over 18th Street. Until you come over 18th Street, then bring you back at 16th Street. There's no way.
Right. So it's a cat and mouse game.
Yeah. For me, I just think they just widen the criminal them, the criminal friend and make it known publicly. Say, we're going to do over 16th Street, 8 o'clock in the morning. So, I think so. They just hide the gun them, so every time we come in and find out.
Boy.
And then they go on the own thing again.
Boy. So how me come to that conclusion over the years. But so how do we expect things to get better then? Can't.
Listen to me, I say. It not get better until from untrustfulness to your wife and everybody get locked up. It not get better. That me I tell you.
Crazy.
Jamaica will never get better unless they get locked up. You see, for as long as politicians start get locked up, then the example we set in our country. Me I tell you.
I agree, bro. I agree.
And this is not even inside no violence, but you see, just because things not happen to them in the inner circle. Right. They're not gonna do anything they want to, you know.
Cause them safe.
You see.
Them feel safe.
Brother, yeah. You see.
Unaffected.
That are not even apartment complex. You see rotted apartment where man wife are built.
Me hear about it and I see it.
No, sir. You need to look. When you go to Jamaica, I tell you, sir. Me drive around there and up until no. Me can't believe say that human are built. Oh no, me can't believe say that human are built. Brother, about 60,000 room for the building. Me not even exaggerate.
Wow.
It look like I want to hotel them.
Wow.
When we go down next week, me gonna make a perfect video and take every picture and send you.
All right.
Go down back next week.
All right.
All right, G. Look more.
Manners here.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. All right. Into this now. And this is what I've always said. You know, that's why I'm saying big up to them, man. The JCF, JDF, them big up to them because I have this kind of, and rightfully so. If most people who have served in some level of law enforcement or military, they have like a kinship to others who have as well. So that's why my thing when we draw the line. And I've said countless times already, my dad, my grandfather, you know, but yeah, try to look out for them safety, but you realize that the head of the snake is, you know, it's coming from the head. It's coming from the head, and they're being set up. In this particular case, though, would be more about something we've talked about for years. CCTV cameras everywhere. You can't have a little island like Jamaica that's producing so many murders. Jamaica is easy to lock down, you know, easy to lock down. I said this years ago. I don't know if I'm gonna miss it. When I was in the army, I'm an infantry soldier. When I was in the army, we had in our company area, there was a glass case. And the glass case had regions laid out. And inside of the glass case, one of the glass cases was places we could take over and shut down in 24 hours or less. So I went and I'm looking in the glass case one day. Because it did it the whole time. I used to look at the awards and stuff. But me never looked down in the glass case. So one day me looked down in the glass case and there was Jamaica with a flag in it. Pie off, cut off, divided up. that this is one of the places they could lock down, take over, and lock down in. So Jamaica is not even a threat, right? So if the U.S. Army could look at Jamaica like you're not even a threat, we could literally lock you down in 24 hours or less, round up everybody, all your resources. Me know enough are not gonna be like enough man there with gun and it's gonna be a long gunfight. I promise you it wouldn't. I promise you it wouldn't be a long gunfight. Lock it down in 24 hours or less. It's not a threat. Put it right there, so. I said to myself, if they can do that, strategize and see where that is possible, then definitely Jamaican authorities can do the same. They can bring more order to Jamaica and them can reduce the killing significantly in Jamaica. I saw a news article, front headline the other day that said, hold on the caller. I saw a news article front headline that said the Jamaica Eye is what it's called, the CCTV system. The CCTV system called the Jamaica Eye. I've said over the years, Jamaica needs one CCTV system, just like how they do in the UK. They have a CCTV system with central monitoring points. These central monitoring points create jobs that people can do for 20, 30 years, retire from with full pension like law enforcement officers, etc. You would be creating a stream of jobs, keeping the country safe, and everything would be on the camera. All the cameras are networked and connected into a particular headquarters. This is the reason why if you're in the UK and you see police just pull up on you, they've been looking at you. Somebody is watching you from one of them cameras, is connected to somewhere you can't see, way down in a one express, and they're like, "Hey, could you get a unit over to let's just say 21st and Bobby Lane. There's a guy over there, right? He's walking around right now. He has his right hand in his pocket. There's something protruding out of the pocket that looks like the handle of a gun. He has on a red and white top, and he has on them zoom in payo. He has on red and white Nike sneakers. He is 6 feet 4 inches tall, black dude of fair brown skin with a beard, blah blah blah. Them done have you already. So when them pull in payo, they already know who they coming for and all that, right? We don't have nothing like that in a Jamaica, in a small place like Jamaica where that should be easy to set up. We continue to have these bike ride up on people, shoot up car, kill people. This ain't the first one. We just did a story yesterday about the 12-year-old boy. His mom driving the Mercedes-Benz, taking him to school. Remember? A common thing that happened in the country. People get murdered all the time by bike just ride up. Me not lie. When me there at Jamaica, me not too fear of too many things, right? But when me see a bike or any bike, my heart skip like an extra couple of beats. Because you just never know. The person that come for me, you don't know. And then we ride up sometime, and them ride up and slow down right next to you. You go around, you're gone. You're like, you know, kind of bit, all them kind of anxiety to the family is not going to stop somebody from firing a gun. But if we have the proper system in place, where as soon as you do something like that, you are caught in a web of cameras and we can definitely tell says you, then we can start to implement a punishment that looks like a deterrent. Then the people them who do them something there will start to be like, no, we can't do that. We can't ride up on people on bike and shoot them up car. You're definitely going to get caught on camera. It's so easy to take care of that problem. It's not complicated, right? But for some reason, I've come to the conclusion now over the years that there's a set of people in place who definitely don't want to take care of this issue. Despite the imposition of enhanced security measures in the corporate area, under a state of emergency, gangsters on a motorcycle armed with an assault rifle and a loaded pistol carried out an attack on rival factions along a major roadway. This story is kind of confusing to me because if it says that they carried out an assault on rivals on rival factions. Me I wonder what Squaddy did that do there. Was Squaddy riding with gangsters and didn't know he was riding with gangsters, or were these his friends and he was there to protect? I don't know. The story is confusing. So the latest update to the story, what happened to him, this bold, I remember, I know, this happened in an area where there is a state of emergency, SOE. When Zoso and SOE set up, that means that the place under extra security, cordoned off, so on and so forth. It should be a deterrent for anybody to go in there and do a gunfight. This bold assault, like several others across Jamaica in recent days, resulted in fatalities, but was reportedly thwarted by a brave Jamaican Defense Force soldier who paid the ultimate price in death. The JDF private, 26-year-old Fernando Wayne Dixon of a Greater Portmore address in St. Catherine, he was driving an Audi SUV when it came under fire along Mullines Road in St. Andrew. Reports from the police suggest that Dixon maneuvered the vehicle, striking and fatally injuring the attackers. 29-year-old Marlon Rattray, a taxi operator of Maxfield Avenue, and 25-year-old Shamar Foster, who lived on Spanish Town Road. The attackers were flung from their Honda motorcycle and they died at the scene. I have pictures of both individuals, and if you look at them, you wouldn't tell, say, them are the type of, they just don't look like they would have done this. But are them, right? So I have pictures of them, and because I haven't confirmed 100%, I don't want to show you the picture of them yet. Because if I show you it and somebody say, take down the picture of them, man, that's my son picture, that's my brother picture, I'm sitting down as right next to me, you understand? I'm not 100% sure, but the pictures are out there. The police quickly arrived, seizing an M16 rifle with a magazine containing 5.56 rounds and a Taurus pistol with 2 magazines to it as well. 2 other occupants of the Audi that the soldier was driving were also shot and injured. Hi, mommy. Are you ready to go? Yeah. Yeah, come here. Let me see your face. Say good morning. Morning. All right. Come. Let's do your outfit check quick. I love you. Love you. You love me? Love you. Oh, you looking at the hearts? Shall look on the heart them on the screen. Somebody is sending up lots of hearts. Look, mommy. Look, mommy. Ooh. Remember when Ninja Man used to say, send out the hearts, send out the hearts. Oh, God. Big up Ninja Man and which part him there. All right, mommy. Look at the hearts, mommy. Look at her eyes. All right, come, daddy. Oh, you got to stand up on me. Somebody is getting heavy. All right, this is what we're working with today because it's still a little bit chilly here in Florida, but it's not cold. So we're working with this floral color looking pants with cherries on it. Those are cherries, mommy? You mean these? Yeah, these are. These are? And show your sneakers. And we're going to go with these today. These are our Reeboks with pink socks. Girly Reeboks with pink socks. She's a very pink girl. And then we're going to go with this flannel top. Pink is your color. And of course, the hair and the beautiful face. All right. I love you. No, you gotta come give me more hug-ups. Give me my love you. Oh, I don't want like that. I love you. Daddy, see you later, okay? Daddy, can you pick me up with mommy and bring me some chips? Okay, I'll try. But I have a class today. So I'll try. Say bye-bye to these people. Bye-bye. Say have a nice day. Have a nice day. Full of energy. Go have fun. I love you. Love you. Oh, man. Thank you, everybody who set up the hearts and stuff. She wired up today. Jeez. Yes, make sure you don't forget the chips, okay? Audrey Wright says, Me usually go pick her up with our mom, but we have one class that start at midday today, and midday today is our pickup time. So me have to see how that go. Probably not gonna be able to pick her up. But thank you for having her have her little moment here with us before she go off to her day. All right, all right. But we get back to the story now. Um, so the Audi in which the soldier was driving, two other occupants in that car was also shot. And while the police also detained two other people who are believed to be the intended targets of this attack. So that would I mean to say are the people them where soldier did a ride with the two gunmen them come for, right? They're under investigation for possible ties to the Rome gang in St. Andrews Central Police Division. They are also suspected of involvement in criminal activities in the corporate area. There's nothing that says that the soldier youth is a criminal or is a gang leader or is into criminality. However, it says that they are suspected, the individuals are suspected to be members of a gang. And those who are shooting at them are their rivals. May I wonder how him get involved in that. It still looks murky to me. This is not journalism that is telling us everything straight out, right? Rattray and Force and Foster, they were reportedly affiliated with a rival gang called the William Lane Gang. So this apparently, Soldier get caught up in the middle of gang feud between Rome Gang and the William Lane Gang based in Kingston Western Police Division. The thing about Jamaica, you know, is this. I know somebody is going to say, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. I know somebody else is going to say, we have whole heap of soldier and police who are involved in a gang activities. Them just gangsters in uniform. And I also know somebody who is going to say, all right, but check this out. Sometimes the people them that you grow up with and you've known them your whole life, you can't really separate from them 100%. And also it's not necessarily so that they are gangsters and you are a soldier and you are helping them with them gangster stuff. You know, either way you take it, it's up for speculation now that soldier did involve in a things or was involved with people who are involved in a things. Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police ACP Michael Phipps, who currently oversees the police area 4 region, said the deadly incident may have been connected to a confrontation between rival gang members who attended the weekly Dolly Sundays event at Club Mecca at the marketplace on Constant Spring Road. Dolly Sundays, I believe, is the girls them, Rebel TC and them, I feel them something that. Phipps also stated that 2 men known as Mushy Bushy and Whizzle were being asked to report to the Halfway Tree Criminal Investigation Branch, CIB, by 6 p.m. yesterday. And it is unclear whether they complied with those requests or if they're still out there. Up to press time last night, the JDF had not released any official statement regarding the death of Private Dixon. Usually the JDF would have come out already and said something. I can tell you this, if you're in the military and you're caught up like in a situation like this, gangsters arrested around you, gangsters dead that try to kill people who they're with you and all this, they're going to be very slow to release any information, because one thing I learned about the military is this: they protect themselves first. And they will look out for you, you know, but they protect themselves first because they have to protect the brand of the military. They can't have people out here thinking, so the head, the big brass them know. Say, you know, the little soldier them don't have so enough of them are gangster and them are back them up. If that's the image that's put out there, that could be very bad for the whole organization of the JDF. So they have to be clear. Right now, they're behind the scenes, dotting all I's, crossing all T's, leaving no stones unturned, making sure that when they put out them statement connect properly. In recent days, several deadly attacks have rocketed Jamaica's roadways. So we keep on talking about this, right? Just happened yesterday, day before yesterday, with the boy, the 12-year-old boy and his mom. Then this today with this soldier. And now they're telling you that several of these have happened in recent times. So again, the cry for a CCTV system with central monitoring points. I'm surprised nobody is like getting to it. They started out with the Jamaica Eye, and then here comes a news media report that says the Jamaica Eye is going blind. There are not enough personnel to run it. There's not enough technicians. There's not enough this. Just a bag of excuses, really, if you ask me. And I was hopeful because the Jamaica Eye has helped to solve crimes since it's been put in place wherever they have put those cameras. But I guess it didn't work too good and somebody don't want it working that good. So in recent days, several deadly attacks have rocked Jamaica's roadways. In St. Andrew North Police Division, investigators are probing the early morning shooting of 12-year-old Kevon Ferron and serious wounding of his mother, a 46-year-old businesswoman, along Lindsay Crescent in St. Andrew last Friday. Ferron was killed. He was only 12 years old. He was on his way to school. He was killed while his mother remains in the hospital in critical condition, having received gunshot wounds to her upper body area. The day after, in Kingston Eastern Police Division, another man was fatally shot while he was driving along the McQueenie Street. His vehicle crashed into a utility pole and burst into flames. Somebody drive a ride up again, shoot him up while he's driving, kept going. It's a common thing that happens. The police says the victim, who was driving the 2012 Toyota Premio motor car, was burnt beyond recognition. Because by the time them reached there, they tried to pull body out of car and all that. It burst into flames on impact. He was burnt beyond recognition. In response to rising violence last week, the government imposed a state of emergency across 4 police divisions: St. Andrew South, St. Andrew Central, then you have Kingston Western and St. Catherine South, stretching security resources across 2 parishes up to January 25th. Get this, today is the 28th. Up to January 25th. That means that this is not counting all the others that have happened before this number came out. Jamaica recorded 58 murders so far. 25 days into the new year, we have more murders than the month has dates or days. Right. This is not fair as a paid subscription. Reggae Girl says, I have to search for your live every morning, SouFlo. This is not fair as a paid subscription. Okay, Reggae Girl. I don't know what to tell you. I don't control YouTube. I don't control YouTube, my friend. So you feel like, since you're a paid subscriber, make sure you get your money's worth by showing up, right? You know me there every morning. You have to make sure all your, thank you, Kataja Empress. So you have to make sure all your notifications are on, right? Some people are subscribed to the channel. You know, like when I say, hit the subscribe button and then click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified. So some people just click the bell there next to the subscribe button. What YouTube does is they'll notify you sometimes. If you hover over the subscription button, it will say notify me all the time of everything that is posted to this channel. Then it says notify me sometimes, and then it says notify me every now and then. Some people have it set to notify me every now and then. Some people have it set to notify me every time anything is up on this channel. So you have to check that and see if your notification is set the proper way. But for everybody out there, and you are a paid subscriber, I don't control YouTube. So there could also be other issues going on. Like, for instance, for a whole year, a lot of people kept saying, I'm not getting no notifications, or why you unsubscribe me? I said, I never unsubscribe you. What happened? And they're like, I went to YouTube for help, and YouTube said they were going to help, and we didn't get any help because the people kept saying they're not getting their notifications. So may I say, some things happen sometime, but we have to work around. And I've been saying this for the longest. So I don't control everything, my friend. All right? I'm sorry that it's happening that way to you. I appreciate you being here, but I don't control that part. Grace James says, I have to search too, but I keep looking and I don't get notifications, even though I have set all notifications. Empress Stephanie says, I'm subscribed to all and I still have to look for the live. All right, let me tell you something, right? There's something out here called algorithms, and what we're learning now is that the system is rigged. The system is rigged as in who they want to be big will be big. Who they want to be big, listen to me, who they want to be big will be big. Take, for instance, Drake right now with his music and Kendrick Lamar. Drake has a lawsuit out against his record company, claiming that tactics were used to push They Not Like Us to the ultimate. And in it was a message that he's a certified pedophile and all that other stuff, right? Defamatory things were said to him. Now, this is a rap battle. In a rap battle, if you go look at rap battles from URL and all those other people, you will see that crazy things are said in a rap battle. I punch your mama in the eye, F your sister, something, something all night. You will miss the this, that, and the other, under your mother, whatever, however them do them thing, right? Nobody ever took offense to that until it affected Drake's career. Drake is at the top of the food chain. Now he has a lawsuit. In that lawsuit, if you read it, you will understand that the game is rigged. Because it's the same tactics that he's accusing them of using that obviously they had been using for his benefit over the years. So you ever wonder why somebody release a song and the song goes all the way to the top of the charts and sell 1 million copies and they're on the front of everything? And you're like, this person is not even friggin' good. Why are they overfeeding us this person? There's way better talent out there, blah, blah, blah. It's because the machine got behind them. And this is who they're pushing. And this is what they're pushing. So they make sure that everybody gets their notification. They make sure that everybody gets everything that is uploaded to that channel, etc., etc. It goes like that. So some things, little old us cannot. We have to fight through all that. The only thing that's saving us is perseverance. We're here long enough and we sustain, and people continue to come and stay, and them go look for it even when time them can't find it. I mean, my channel ain't hard to find, so just go to the channel every morning instead of looking for the live, and you will see that I'm up every morning, right? Right. So it's something that we can't control, my friend. And I think to some degree too, it's like people want you to pay for advertisement. They want you to pay for this. They want you to pay for that. But because you're doing it, Cardi B. Kaitaja Empress says Cardi B. If you study the game, Kaitaja Empress, you will realize that the machine has moved away from Cardi B and has gotten behind a girl called Sexy Red. Yeah. And Glorilla. Cardi B has been replaced by Sexy Red and Glorilla. Facts. Cardi B ain't put out nothing stunning in a minute. All the algorithm is bouncing to Glorilla and Sexy Red. And everybody is like, I'm tired of this Sexy Red shit. Why they keep posting her? Sexy Red and Bruno Mars. Now she got all these collaborations with all these A-listers and all these people who have already sold millions and millions of copies of records. Once the machine gets behind you and you are there, you're pushing their agenda and they want you to be at the top, they will make sure that that's what happens. So, and once you're not that favored, then you dog name your supper, you better hope you can build a grassroots audience that says, I'm going to find them and tune in regardless, right? Sharon Dickinson says, I'm a paid subscriber. I have to look for it sometimes. I'm glad y'all are saying that. Each one of you should type that right there so I could send it to them so they can see it. Because when I ask them for help and I tell them my subscribers are not being notified, I don't get no help. I'll probably get a way of looking to it. I don't get any help. But I don't see anything changing, like them fixing anything. All right. Grace James says it's okay. You're so transparent, so you will get a fight. So I will always be in tune with your show and my therapy. It's my therapy in the morning. I appreciate you greatly, Grace James, but I have to break it down and make everybody understand how it runs, right? Right. So sometimes you see people with big numbers. It ain't because they're doing something so spectacular. It's just that that's who the machine decided to get behind for this moment. Right. With that said, the young soldier that lost his life is definitely, there's definitely confusion to the story. There are definitely other side stories out there that because he wasn't at work, there are definitely side stories out there that he was involved with certain people who are of a certain cloth. And like Granny says, show me a friend and me show you who you are kind of thing. Birds of a feather flock together. You know, Jamaicans are big on those sayings. So it looked like that enough people are run with that. I don't know if that is what it is. I'm not going to say that is what it is. I'm just going to wait for better clarification to come out of this so we can understand what happened. Because if me I give my brethren them a ride go to the airport and them a gangster or murderers and I don't know, and man trail them and want to shoot them up and me get shoot up in the car in the process, it doesn't mean that I was a gangster or a gang leader or something either. I was giving my brethren them a ride to the airport, right? Sometimes it's just that simple, sometimes it's not. So we don't know. We're going to keep watching, all right? Either way, he lost his life. Not only him, a couple of other people lose their life too. And that's where we're at with it. We're going to leave it right there, sir, for now. We don't want to say too much of what we don't know, and then we end up in a problems with people. You know how we do already over here, right? Dorothy T says, you lay with dogs, you get up with fleas. There you have it. I can't say nothing else, right? I have to look for you all the time. SouFlo. Marie's message 411 TV says, I'm not getting any notification, Rosalind Smichael says. Cardi B says she'll be dropping this year. She'll be right back in the algorithm because of colorism. We'll see. Kaitai Jaw Empress, we'll see. Because she dropped twice last year. And it didn't go nowhere. Notice what I said. She dropped twice last year and it didn't go anywhere. So we'll see if she'll drop this year and get right back in the algorithm. Sharon Dickinson says, the thing is I get notifications sometimes. However, I just look for it. You're my coffee in the morning. Big up yourself, Sharon. I appreciate you greatly. Praying for the deceased and their loved ones. And that's where we're going to leave it, Nans. They're all young people. The other guys are the same age group as him. And it's just young people dying. I don't know, man. My brother them just be throwing away their life. Let me end this so we can go on to the next topic. I'm going to end this like this. A sobering message. I said this, I believe it was in December. Anybody, any one of you guys, men out there that make up your mind, say, this is the life you're going to live, you're going to dead. Let me say it again. Any one of you that make up your mind that this is the life you're going to live, you're going to die. That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you nothing else. I know you're going to be like, yeah, but we're all going to dead one day. Yeah, but some way I'm going to live, you know, and be able to enjoy before we're dead. And some of us are going to just die a different way. You're going to die, and most of you are going to die tragically. So the message of the morning is, if you pick up them kind of life here, you're going to die. Not the soldier me I talk about, you know. I'm talking about the brother them who ride up on the side of the soldier them and try shoot up the car and cause all this. You start picking up them life here, gun, gangsterism, ride up on bike, shoot up people, you're gonna die. I speak about karma all the time. Karma is super real. If you don't want to believe that it's real, then keep doing your stupidness and it will show you that it's real. It's super real. You can't take life out of this universe and just take life out of this universe and go free. For every person who has taken a life out of this universe, just know that it's going to hit home for you. That's it. Can't say nothing else. We'll wait to hear more from this story so we can talk more about the story. But until then, we're leaving it right here. All right. Kaz Robinson says, SouFlo, I've also found out that if you're not looking at your platform regularly, they will not push your content. I started viewing your page every day, and now I get notifications. Yeah, that too. And that is what drives the algorithm. It's if you notice, right? You ever get on your phone and you're like, let me look for a pair of shoes. And you start looking for a pair of shoes, right? And you search for shoes for like 15, 20 minutes. And then you go and watch something else. Even when you go on, say you're up on Facebook and look for shoes. By the time you leave that and go to Instagram, what do you see popping up on your timeline over there? Bare shoes ads. Bare shoes ads. So you have a footprint that's followed, a digital footprint that's followed. And they're literally looking at you and following you up and saying, well, yesterday you spent 8 hours of, I mean, I say 8 hours, I'm just saying, throw a number out there. Yesterday, this person spent 8 hours online. And of the 8 hours, 5 of it was spent looking at this. Okay, let's make sure they get more of this every day. So they keep sending you these things every day like that. So you're absolutely right. So the channels that you look at all the time and spend a lot of time on are the ones that they keep on popping up in your timeline and keep on notifying you for, because you're showing them that that's what you're most interested in as well, right? Also, I told you all this before, but me not have no beef with it. YouTube has a thing where they'll tell you, like, people who view your channel also view this channel and this channel and this channel, you know, and they'll pop them up right beside my videos. And this is how I see some of them. Cause remember I told y'all I don't follow anybody else. And the reason I don't is because, not because I don't want to, but because I want to remain true to myself and my own form of delivery. Sometimes you watch people too much, what them say rub off on you, without you even knowing it. Subconsciously, it's there. And when you go to speak to the public, you sound just like John. You sound just like so-and-so. So I try to keep myself authentic by not dibbling-dabbling into what other people have put out. But YouTube notifies you and says, people who watch SouFLoTV also watch this, also watch that, also watch that. And they all pop up right there, right? Right. Same here, Farron, in December it started. I'm getting that too. So SouFlo, you got to be careful. I wasn't perfect, but I was a coward and claustrophobic. Sonia Brooks says, so SouFlo, you got to be careful. Be careful with what? I wasn't perfect, but I was a coward and claustrophobic. I'm not understanding that comment. What's that comment? Clarify that for me, Sonia Brooks. You were a coward and claustrophobic? I don't understand where that come from. All right, so listen, we gotten past the part where we're saying there's nothing we could do about the notifications, right? I will, just like how the chat is this morning, when we're done with this chat, I will send it to YouTube help, and I will use this as how many people are complaining that they're not being notified even though they are paid subscribers. Oh, can't go to prison. Yes, okay. Sonia Brooks, I agree. Audrey Wright says, and them not even come close to this channel, yeah. So me don't know why YouTube are telling me about them. That's it. I can't explain YouTube and how they do their algorithms. I just got to make sure that our channel survives, right? I'm just getting my lane and do my thing that way. Who come and stay, stay. Who leave, leave. People have left over the years and more people have came. So it's just that at the end of the day, you know, you try to build something you can't please everybody. Things are going to happen. Some people are not pleased with, they're going to leave. Sometimes you're going to get sabotaged along the way. Do you sit and cry about it or you continue to build? You know what I mean? So that's what we depend. We just continue to build. Big up yourself, Messi Bram Bram. I appreciate you greatly. So the soldier, we're gonna get off of that topic, and the next one that we were gonna talk about was the which one did Sefi talk about next? The retired nurse. That was the second one, right? And the young lady for last. All right. So the retired nurse. Jesus Christ, man. When I started out doing killy stories about Jamaica, I dare any of you right now to go and pull a Jamaican vlogger video of anybody who was doing this before I was doing it. I dare you. We have conversations about this all the time. And my intention. So when I started this, right, I said to myself one day, I said, you know, I want to do this YouTube thing, but I want there to be a purpose behind it. And I said, man, if the channel ever get like 10,000 subscribers, that means about 10,000 people would hear the message. It used to always baffle me that so many planes land in Jamaica, so many tourists go and enjoy Jamaica. Everybody come back with a good story about Jamaica. It's so nice, but underneath that layer were a lot of Jamaicans who were suffering or who were afraid at home in this place that everybody else see as paradise, right? So I started saying there are two Jamaicas. You have Jamaica that is heaven on earth for some and is hell on earth for others. Let me see if I could get behind the people who this is hell on earth for. Because me know how to access the heaven on earth side, but I feel kind of selfish. So living a life with a purpose, make me try make more of my Jamaican people them experience this heaven and earth side. Be a voice for those who voices aren't loud enough. Build up the platform speaking about things that are happening there. And hopefully as the platform grows, more people will copy this and start reiterating the message. B, people outside of Jamaica will get a glimpse of what is happening in Jamaica and start joining the uprising voices of we're not safe, things need to fix, these kind of things, right? That was my purpose when I started doing it. Of course, we can't tell that story without saying when we first started doing it, we were met with a lot of, the boy are not even Jamaican, you know. I think a Trinidad or somewhere come from. Or this nigga is an agent. Somebody is paying him to soil up Jamaica reputation. Or, hey boy, say any which part we see you, bust out your head back. Or, you know, it just kept going on and on. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Everything you have to talk about Jamaica is bad. Yo, loud Jamaica out of your mouth now. Don't talk about Jamaica, brother. Remember, I know me a full Jamaican, you know. And I want to see better. And I'm tired of what's being swept under the rug. Fast forward a couple of years down the road, I guess it became the trending thing to do. Because them realized that them couldn't stop me. And the audience was growing, who were willing to sit and have a conversation. So then you came another set of people now who said, Ross, if we can't stop him, but we see him channel grow, that means there's something we can talk about to make our channel grow too. Then came a wave of channels that only speak about who gets killed in Jamaica. They don't discuss solutions. They don't discuss the socioeconomics of the cause, root causes. They don't discuss, them just stick to the salacious side of it. Yeah. Bike pull up, the bike did black. 2 man dep on it, dressed in all black. No license plate on the bike. One of them ton a M16 in a car, a AR-15, shoot up a car. Soldier swerve, so dog, lick over the people, them, splash out the 2 boy, them. That's a lot of those are out there now. And a lot of them are the same people who used to cuss me for doing these stories. And I would say to them, I'm not the one who did the drive-by. I'm not the one who break in the house and raped the old lady. She was 90-something years old. Cut her throat and left her spread out wide, no clothes on. I'm not the one who did that. How am I the enemy when I'm speaking about stuff that's already done and them can't catch the people them who are doing it? Because I'm saying put up CCTV cameras everywhere so you can catch people who are doing certain things. How am I the enemy? So I have to argue with a lot of people. When I do these stories are nothing joyful to me to do. I just came back from Jamaica. I wish I would never hear none of these stories. Because some of them make me paranoid when me dead up on the ground too. As you can imagine, if I just did a story today about man ride up on bike and shoot up car, and they said it's 4 of them happened in the last week, and then now I have to go into the same place where all this happened. You know, I think me paranoid on the ground too. Eh? And don't you think I would rather not do these stories? They don't benefit me. Go look at my highest viewed videos. Go look at my videos that have the most business on YouTube, as in channel, as in the ones that the algorithm feed to the highest, and the numbers gone up. They don't have nothing to do with no shoot up and murdered in Jamaica. Matter of fact, those are not even too beneficial because you do them, they put them under review. And now your video is stuck under review. Sometimes a video stuck under review for 2 months. And I'm driving down the road, and my phone notified, bing, and I look, your video is finally suitable for. I'm like, which video? Oh, I put that up 2 months ago. That's how long they have them under review for. So it's not something that helps us per se, but it's the root cause of why we do it, which is to put our issues on the table as a family and have these discussions to where we can actually bring about solutions. See? Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning. SouFlo. Yeah, family. Good morning.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
I want to say thank you to you and the SouFlo family. Last night, I hit 1,000 subscribers.
Awesome.
Thank you for your support.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's all I want to say.
All right. And continue to put in your work, and your channel will continue to grow.
Yeah, it's growing. It's taking time, but it's growing.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Cool. Like I said, you know, each one teach one, you know, each one support one, and we watch and help each other grow, that kind of thing. Them something that I like to see. And there's enough here for all of us, and everybody have their own brand, as in their own personality, their own style of delivery. Listen, let me tell you something, right? Nothing that is for you can be for somebody else, and nothing that is for somebody else can be for you. Rinse that out in your head all day. Nothing that is yours can be for somebody else. Nothing that is for somebody else can be for you. Nobody else can't be me. Only I can be me. So I'm never worried about, oh, somebody else will do this, and you need to go do that too. I be leaving stuff. I'm like, when me touch that with my brand of delivery, after I do my research my way or my style of conversation, is going to hit different. I'm not in a hurry to go get it, kind of thing, right? And whatever is for me out of it is going to be for me out of it. And it never fails, right? What a feel can be unfeel. Mr. Brum. Yeah, I want for somebody else can never be for you. True that. Yeah, no matter how you copy, no matter how you paste, no matter how you try, yours is yours and theirs is theirs. So nothing wrong with help each other, man. Anyway, this retired nurse story. The reason why this retired nurse story hits differently is because it's a retired nurse. It goes without saying. But not only that, it speaks to the many people. Cause we have a lot of people on here, you know, who have said to me, "Boy, SouFlo, me love your video them when you go Jamaica and film, but me not go back there, so." I hate to hear that. Morning, Elaine Brown. Listen to me, you know. Boy, SouFlo, me love your video them when you go Jamaica and film. We see you and your wife and the kids them and stuff, but me not go back there, so. Don't you think I hate hearing that? Don't you think I hate hearing that from Jamaicans who left a long time ago? Some of y'all are doing like super well wherever you're at in the UK. Me know people with money, you know, resources, you know, in the UK, in the US, in Canada, in all other parts and places. Miss SouFlo, no sir, me not go back down there. And a lot of them have a legitimate reason because of stuff that happened to family members or friends of theirs. Some of them is just news them stay outside of Jamaica and watch for years. Nothing happened to no family member, friend, nobody close to them. Them just watch the news and them just say to themselves, say, boy, Jamaica get too bad for me. It did bad when me left, and that's why me did left. And me now go back because it look like it 10 times worse now. So I'm very mindful when I do these videos that it could be turning somebody off while I'm trying to tell them to go back. So before me go into this video, because I know there's somebody out there who's saying right now, and that's exactly what I was thinking, you know. I was thinking about retiring and going back home and building my nice little house or purchasing a house in a nice community and living out the rest of my days. Bring home expertise I've learned and worked with over the years and share it among the people and for uplift the country and all these things. But me I go stay with part me there instead. Can see it there? A nurse, retired. Kill them, kill her. So I don't want to discourage anybody from your dream, because that's a lot of us dream. Me don't tell you already, me not age out in this. The only way me are dead so if me dead so young, but me not age out in this. And I'm I'm thankful to America for all that it's done for me and for all the opportunities that were opened up that I could exploit and become somebody up and do something for my family and friends them. But this ain't my idea of aging out. So I for sure I'm not aging out in there. So I'm just like you, right? We have plans of going back to which part we come from. When you see me the other day, I wash out the drum them for catch rainwater and these things. Me no one day I saw one time me all and people are treat me like, oh, doodle man. There's a better way to age out in my mind. Okay? So Jamaica is definitely on my list of I have to get back there. And I have to get back there not when me old and can't help myself. I have to get back there before that. So I can lay a groundwork and help a lot of other people before I get to aged out age. Jamaican cops are probing a strangulation death of a retired American nurse. Kingston, Jamaica. The Jamaican police are investigating the murder of a retired American nurse this weekend. You want to give me something?
Pass me corn.
Thank you, babe. All right. Jamaican police are investigating the murder of a retired American nurse this weekend. Loris Murray. Great goodies, you know how it go already, not true? Great goodies, say focus. Charotted. Focus. All right, me a focus. Me a focus. Me a focus. That woman that know if to distract me though. All right. Jamaican police are investigating the murder of a. You see now, I'm gone off topic now, you know, and this is not something we feel laugh about. This is in the middle, I do a serious topic, you know. I know, I know my mind. I'm the kind of person like, listen, me don't want nobody try to change me. I'm the kind of person like this. Let me put on that for a second and come over here so real quick. I have to say it because the whole time I'm going to be talking about this and trying to be serious about this, that's something y'all going to run through my mind, all right? Me don't know, but me say, I said to myself the other day, I said, if your woman in your house, no make you feel like when you look on her, like with Shakira, no matter how that woman piss me off sometimes, she piss me off sometimes, you know, because her mouth, as you can tell, you know, she have her own personality and all that, which I'm not here to control her. She's a free person, can speak, but that means that people clash. But that woman didn't have to do much or nothing still, you know. Just go put on something nice and walk past through the house 2 times. I get it done. You know what I mean? We just then in a different zone. Sometimes she just be there not doing nothing. And I clean up the place and she sweeps something off my floor and then bend over to pick you up and me I say, more something they don't let you pick up. Yeah, cause you just stuck, you know? Like, me I go focus. All me I say is, I keep remembering this sister that said she been with her husband for however long and him haven't touched her in however long and nothing wrong with him and all this. Me just the one said to the woman them say, if you're in our house with a man and your man nah look for you no more like say you that and you could get it 24/7, then something wrong. Something super wrong. We no need to go fix that. Cause any man will tell you that his wife can soften him up anytime. All she have to go do a bat eye 2 times and put on sitting where you see two like a stiff nipple and you know like a batty jump around the sun. It's a wrap. It's the power that they have, I guess. It's the power that they have. Anyway, let's focus on something serious because why you carry the rat tea come give me. Anyway, so may I get serious? No. See? Yeah, she my person. That's it. She my person. She pissed me the hell off all the time. She my person. I call her my headache sometimes. Cause she is. You know what I mean? Yeah. But me rather have the headache than out there look for strange headache and end up with heart attack and everything else. So I'm good. I'll stay with my headache. It be hurting so good sometimes. Anyhow, Jamaican police are investigating the murder of a retired American nurse this weekend. Let's get on topic. Loris Murray, 72 years old, was found strangled to death in her home in Pyramid Heights section of Ocho Rios in St. Ann in Jamaica on Saturday, the Jamaica Constabulary Force have said. Now, them place there which part she live, this is a tourist area. Them place there where she live is the kind of place where you would be like, this is where I'm going to retire to. Ideal for retirement. It's safe, it's nice, and this is where this happens. Pyramid Heights section of Ocho Rios in St. Ann. Murray's body was found at 11:26 a.m. laying face down in a pool of blood with an electric cord wrapped around her neck. You notice the story says, and retired American nurse. Now, what we're trying to figure out is, come tell us that them do lazy journalism all the time. Retired American nurse. Is she, and somebody can help me out because I might not have seen it. Is she a Jamaican that went to America and was a nurse in America for many years and then retired and then came back to Jamaica? Or is she a African American that was a nurse in the US and when she retired, she said, I want to retire to Jamaica? Because you have a lot of those in Jamaica. They're not Jamaicans by extension of family, like their mother or them father. They don't have no mom and dad that's Jamaican. They probably was married to a Jamaican back in the day and they're divorced, or they just fell in love with Jamaica. And you know, when you're retired, you start trying to downsize and stretch your dollars and all these things. And some people think Jamaica is a great place to retire to. I could still work remotely, make some money online while mostly enjoying my retirement, and my dollars will go far in Jamaica. I was suspecting the same thing, Dr. Michelle. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you know anything more about her, please tell me. So at 72 years old, this is how your life ends. At 72 years old, this is how your life ends. Strangled to death in your own home. And there's a report that she was also sexually assaulted. And they found her in a pool of blood with an electric cord wrapped around her neck, laying face down. According to the police, her body was subsequently taken to the morgue for an autopsy to be performed at another date to be determined. Police have determined, yes, great goodies, I just said that too. She was sexually assaulted. Police have determined that Murray was attacked sometime between Friday night and Saturday morning. 3 hardware store delivery men were seen entering Murray's home on Friday afternoon. A motor vehicle belonging to Murray was subsequently found abandoned on the Milford Main Road in the resort town. This shouldn't be too hard to solve. 3 hardware store delivery men. What hardware store? Or maybe it could be hard to solve. I just saw a case today of 4 criminals who put on ICE uniform and they're going around kicking doors in of people who they know are immigrants and pretending to be ICE agents, and they raped the wife in one, tortured the husband, beat up even the kids, and they weren't legitimate ICE agents. So people can put on clothes sometimes, in other words, to look like something else, right? Mask themselves and then come into your home. But 3 men were seen entering her house. That's a horrible way to go out at 72. And of course, it says Jamaica has one of the highest homicide rates, and robberies, rapes, and killings of tourists are a common occurrence there, is what this news media outlet says. The country also has one of the highest rates of killings by police officers in the Americas, according to Amnesty International, which has dubbed them as extrajudicial executions. It says Jamaica leads the way. Now, when I talk about the extrajudicial executions, we're talking about retiring to Jamaica and you're 72 and this is how your life ends. There's nothing I can tell somebody to keep you safe other than don't drop your guard. I'm going to tell you this. Once you have lived, see, we've done videos before, right? There are videos on this channel that tells you, this is just me trying to help people out how to remain safe. And we go through all the steps. Move into a gated community. Well, crime and violence has hit the gated communities now, even those with 24-hour security. However, it is still lower and lesser of a chance. I'm in some places in Jamaica, and you know, I would get a house in a certain community for a couple of days, and I'm observing, and I see the 24-hour security, roaming security. I see women out 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night walking dogs. I'm like, who walks their dog at 10 o'clock at night? I sit on the veranda, you know, I chill. I drink, you know, I relax myself. And woman walk past by herself with her little dog and walk around the whole community and do them little speed walking and everything. And I said to myself, this is the life right here. To be able to walk your dog at 10 o'clock at night by yourself as a woman and not feel threatened, that's dope. That's safe. But here's the problem. When you think it's peace and safety, there could be sudden destruction, you know? Because I don't know, you drop all your guard because you think everything is so good for so long. So I guess one of the things I would say is don't drop your guard. There are communities in Jamaica that are super safe that will make you feel like you can drop your guard, but don't drop your guard for too long. One of the things that bother me about Jamaica, I don't know if y'all know this, but women or nobody is allowed to carry like a stun gun or a pepper spray. It's illegal. And the only thing I could think of is this. The only thing that people can actually use to try to help themselves, you made it illegal. You're already not giving them a gun because the FLA in Jamaica is very funny about who gets a gun, right? And you make even pepper spray illegal. Pepper spray. Nobody now come rob you using pepper spray, because pepper spray, when you spray it, everybody gets spray almost. If just a little mist of it, if a criminal try to use it on you and wind blow the wrong way, the criminal become a victim. Because them can't see if you rob you no more or to do anything to you no more. Highly unlikely they will use a pepper spray on you. Or like a stun gun or something. That's not possible around the clock, SouFlo. It's one thing when you know you in a war zone, but the community is gated. Yeah, it's a gated community. Not all of Jamaica is a war zone. Not all. There are parts in Jamaica, if you go there, you would literally think that this is the most peaceful place on earth. Exactly, Dorothy T. Look at Dorothy T comment. She said in this day and age, it's best to be a little bit paranoid. I practice that. I don't know, I came out of the military extra friggin' paranoid anyways, but I don't want it to change. You know, I was hyper vigilant. That's what my counselor said. I was hyper vigilant and it's not good for me. But I think I want to stay hyper vigilant. Because usually I'm like the first one to sense something is off, to see something could be happening. Even when others around me are like, come on, man, calm down, you're too paro. What? Nothing not gonna happen. Yeah, me I take for myself because I feel like something not gonna happen. All I need to do is feel like something is gonna happen. Nobody wants to die like this at 72 years old. This woman worked her whole life, had a good career, obviously saved her money. She's probably getting her pension as well. Who knows? She's living the dream to retire, to be on the island, to live in a nice home, in a safe place. And then this is like almost destined because she probably did everything to make sure that this does not happen to her, and it did. Then there's the part where you're too nice. Yeah, you're too nice. That can come back to bite you too, especially for women. Some of you are so nice, you feel like you must look every man in the eye when they pass you, say hi with a smile. You know, I don't mind a woman with a bitchy attitude. Yeah, because niceness is not for you to give to every man. Sometimes you're inviting without even knowing you are inviting. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm trying to rattle my brain to find survival tips for others. Because trust me, this story has made a lot of people right now say, yep, that's the reason right there why I'm not going back there. That. And then the same story has made some who are there already saying, yep, that's the reason right there why I'm leaving. I'm rattling my brain to find safety tips that we haven't covered already. Don't go build a house in a community that you came from that you haven't been back to in years. Don't go into the rural countrysides because you're far away from help. Rural countryside life, nice, but you're far away from help. Like which part me come from there up in the hills there? You're far from help. Shakira will tell you, you're not seeing not one police up there, sir, for miles. You don't have a police station. You don't have not one law enforcement officer. You don't have. So to come into places like where I'm from and nobody not really know you're around here and you're like, oh, the view is so beautiful of the mountains and it's so green and lush. I'm just going to build my retirement home right here, buy this piece of land. Don't do it. Don't do it. I can't say nothing about a gated community. That's where I told people to go. That's your best bet. At least you could form some kind of relationship with your neighbors, because Jamaica is not like up here. Okay? If you have neighbors in Jamaica, if you want to talk to your neighbor, they're going to talk back to you. Sometimes your neighbors come talk to you without you even talking to them, if you're there long enough. I've been in Jamaica already where the neighbors them come over. Hey, I just came to introduce myself. My name is so and so, and the brother said my wife is so and so, and we have two kids. If you need anything at all, man, just give us a shout across here. This is my friend house, and him, him Airbnb out the house. He's not right here right now, but we normally make sure that anybody who comes here have a good time, right, and enjoy themselves and feel safe. I remember this introduction when I flew down for the Buju Banton concert. And I stayed in a part of Jamaica, like up in Helsha Heights. I said, boy, this is not normally my kind of place to stay, because up in one little hill and around one corner and down in one bend. And we always make sure the grill locking up. Make sure get where the key them there for the grill in case we have to run out fast. Make sure they, So the bird just come out and introduce himself and make we know, say, this is my wife. And him say, yeah, go to the Buju concert. And say, yeah. Him say, you know how to get there? I say, not really. We are going to use the GPS. Him say, me and my wife, I drive out. And him give me a time. Him say, if you're ready by then, and you can just drive back away, man, and me just lead you in straight into it, So there are good people there. I would say there are lots of good people there. But the few little messed up ones, them will make it your worst nightmare. So you got to be careful regardless. You got to be careful regardless. Mel says you have to have man belongings like slippers, jacket, caps, hanging around so that they think that you're not living alone by yourself. Be on the phone with a guy. So sad. See that all that now? All that is too much. All that is too much. Too much. People want to go somewhere and just relax. Then no one knows, say, okay, I have to pretend I have one man in the house. So I have to go make up a mannequin and put him by the window. And I have to hang up 2 man jacket out there so and put a size 13 shoes out front so them feel like one big man living here. Or something. That's just too much. I was watching a documentary, and again, I'm not talking down on Jamaica. I'm just saying we can do better. I was watching a documentary on one of these Caribbean islands. And to see the people them fly into this Caribbean island, I want one of the saint them. Is it Grenada? Grenada is Spice Island, right? I think it's Grenada. And Dominica. Grenada and Dominica. If you want to see the people them out at night, man, go out and party and drink and party on the beach. Them have party right on the beach, whole heap of food are cooked, drinks. Man half drunk, walk home, and they're like, it's so safe here. It's the middle of the night, as you can see. Early morning hours, I'm out. Nobody bothers you. This, that. I feel so. I said to myself, am I jealous? I was so damn jealous. I'm like, I wish that was Jamaica. Because I remember when Jamaica used to be like that, and it wasn't too long ago. I used to fly down to Jamaica. As me put on my bag, upper road me gone. We call it upper road. So I'd go up to the little town square. And there would be my cousins there who hadn't flown out yet. And, you know, all the other picnic them we used to go to school with. And the elder them that remember you. So you come back and I say, yes, Master George, me there. And you say, all right, man, good to see you. And you sit down out there. And I went from that to I got older and start reach age for party. I used to there at Jamaica. I fly down. I say, when me I come, I tell them when I'm coming, I tell them what I want to eat when I get there. I jump in a car, I'm gone. What party there? Go a one party done 1 o'clock. 1 a.m. you know. Gone a one next party. Party done 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Out a road all night. Had no fear. Wasn't carrying no gun, no weapons, no nothing. Just had no fear. Because nothing like that was happening. And now, I don't know if it's because I got older and started paying more attention or the place just get worse. Because now it's like, you can't get me to go to the road and stay out all night and I want open air party and just dead it just so. And walk road late at night. Some road when I have no lights and all these things. Me not do them something there again. Some people out there get vicious now. I think some of the little youth them grow up into predators. Yeah, and some of the guys them turn predators who weren't predators before. Sometimes it's the same ones that know you rob you and do you harm. Worse, they know that you travel or have a little change. That's what I said Bad Dolly 261. I think some of them turn predators and they weren't predatory before. So that make it dangerous now, you know? I feel bad for her. I can't say much. Her name was Loris Murray. She's 72 years old. This ain't the way you were trying to go out at 72. She was living a lot of us dream. She was living a lot of us dream. And it was brought to an end in a tragic way, in an embarrassing way, even. Because a lot of people are going to look at this, especially since the headline says American nurse. Because when I first saw the headline, I thought, damn, you don't say. Well, American go down there, that's a nurse and them killer. Somebody is saying, Dr. Michelle just said she's Jamaican, but I'm sure she spent a lot of years overseas working hard and planning her retirement. And then she got to it, and this is it. It's sad, man. Julie Tapper says, I love when I go to Jamaica, the house full of family, and we go out together, and we don't stay out too late. Mel says, Lulu Ridges, I wasn't speaking specifically about her. I'm saying if you're alone, don't make it obvious to strangers. There's a degree of vulnerability being elderly and 3 men enter the house. Mel, you ain't said nothing wrong. You are absolutely right. This is why I said earlier, sometimes when you're too nice, sometimes you let your guard down because haven't you heard me say before that Jamaica is so nice, right? That it will lull you into, cause you there, you know, you enjoying the ambience and everything, you feel safe and good, and then boom, sudden destruction out of nowhere. Like you must always remember that it could happen. I know people are gonna say that's for everywhere, SouFlo, even in the US or whatever. Not really. Not really. And not really because even where I sit right now, I have cameras around me, camera outside, police station right next door, big alarm system, all these other things. I'm in Jamaica, I'm out in the open. I don't have none of them something around me. I'm just out in the open and at the mercy of God. I just feel good. And in that feeling good comes trouble. 3 man show up at your yard. You're supposed to run go lock the door, my friend. Or did she purchase furniture and 3 men delivered it? We don't know. So there's more to the story. I call this lazy journalism. But as they investigate, more will come out. Were these 3 men who dressed as furniture store workers but were not? Or were they furniture store workers? If so, what furniture store? Who are the 3 guys that went to her house? Because she was found dead shortly after. Sexually assaulted, strangled, and usually people will take your life when they know that you are able to identify them as the person who did whatever they did to you. Great Goody says she ordered supplies from a hardware store, it was said. Then at 72, what kind of supplies she could have ordered from a hardware store, so? And that it would take 3 months to deliver it. Dr. Michelle says she's doing construction and she bought some supplies. Man, I know we're looking in hindsight, right? I know we're looking in hindsight because what we're saying now can't save her. But put that outside on the veranda, please. Me inside. I'm looking through the window. Yeah, just leave it on the veranda right there for me, please. Thank you. 3 men in her house. And she's a woman that lives by herself. I feel like Jay Robinson, I either feel like they know about it or they're the ones that did it. One thing we realize about us too in Jamaica is that it's very easy for a group of guys to go do dumb stuff. Don't y'all see me? Every time I do these stories and they get caught, I always say, so the 6 of you sit down and decide that was a good idea. 6 of you. And out of the 6 of you, not one of you could have said, brother, don't do it. Make we don't do it. Instead, he joins in. They do it all the time. And you have to wonder, like out of 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 1 hour couldn't deter the rest. Or say, me not go. From the time they were seen entering her house, according to this, until time of death, they have to have some correlation with what happened there, or seeing who went there next, or this reminds me of the story that we covered about the couple that lived overseas for years, but they were Jamaican. They were going back to Jamaica elderly, and they didn't believe in a bank account. And I remember that story. They didn't believe in a bank account. So they saved all their money cash. Now, I know a lot of people were asking, this story can't be real because how could you bring so much money through customs? You can bring a lot of money through customs. You have to declare your money coming through customs, though. You can't just pack up 100,000 US for you and walk through. If them catch you with it, they're taking it. You can bring a lot of money through customs. You could bring $1 million US through customs cash. You have to declare that money ahead. And then there are steps to where you will have to prove where that money came from. So this couple did not believe in banks and they kept their cash with them. We covered this story on this channel not too long ago. And they did the proper clearing to get their money through to Jamaica. And when they landed in Jamaica, they had a police officer who they had known for years. And they scheduled him to do their pickup, to escort them to their house that they had built there. This was to be their final trip. This was them saying goodbye to the US. They had finally put everything they had in the US into Jamaica and they were gone. Only way I'm coming back to the US is probably to see a doctor or probably to visit my children or shop or something. The police officer, when he picked them up, was driving, and the wife said he made a turn which was off path. And he said to them, just give me 1 second, them, check my brethren real quick. She thought nothing of it. The brethren came to the car. Police said, if you don't mind if me give my brethren a ride, go down the road. They thought nothing of it. They trusted him. Their whole life savings was gone. By the time they got to where they were going, the husband had a massive heart attack and passed. And I think the wife had a stroke like days after her husband had a massive heart attack. The truck left the community apparently after the delivery, but without 2 of the delivery men. So you're thinking, Dr. Michelle, you're thinking like what I'm thinking then, say 2 of them were in there, like they probably went in there and planned this, and 2 of them stayed back. 1 left to make it look like they came and they left. Yeah, they drove away with her car for sure. Her car was found. It says 1 car though, but it says the car was found a distance away. Her motor vehicle is right here in front of me. Her motor vehicle was subsequently found abandoned on the Milford Main Road in Resort Town. In the Resort Town. I think they have something to do with it. And I think this is another case of one on who couldn't tell the rest of them don't do it. Yes, Mr. Brum, I just said they found her car. It was abandoned on the Milford Main Road in the Resort Town. Wow. Pyramid Heights. I'm looking up something real quick. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Damn. So that's a gated community though. I know this community. I don't know what to tell somebody to be safe no more. I don't know what to tell somebody to be safe no more. It's nice up there. I know she didn't expect this. Damn. Wayne Core says 2 cars. All right, Wayne. The story when I read it says the car was abandoned, so it never said 2 cars, so I don't know. It's just sad. I know there's a video of a young lady who was talking though. I don't know if it's her family member. I know I saved it last night. Let me see if it's her family member. I didn't want to wake my son up last night because he was laying next to me. Let's see. Somebody says 89. All right. Wickedness. When will it end? Purple Royal. Purple Royal, big up yourself. 2 cars. They have not found the truck yet. Her next door neighbor and her friend, it was said. But each car has the clicker to exit. So she took all the precautions. So on the latest update for the JDF soldier is now that they're questioning their recruitment process and his validity, which, like I said before, if he's thought to be, because you know, just end up around gang members and gangsters and off duty, and here it is. 1 second, Sita.
Person, like she enjoy nature, like she one of the reasons why we live here, and like you see the houses on one side of the entire street. We bought all the lots, so the house is on one side, and then
Damn, she said we bought all the lots. So this is somebody who was doing good financially, right? This is the reason why we live here, because and the house is on one side and we bought all the lots.
Loving and simple person.
Let me brother fish.
Loving and simple person, like she enjoy nature, like she one of the reasons why we live here, and like it's the entire street. We bought all the lots. So the house is on one side, and then we have the other lots just for gardening. So she like gardening, she like the outdoors, she like planting her food. She has multiple chickens that she said is her children. They all have names. And this is what she enjoyed. And that's why she retired. She wanted to retire here instead of retiring in a tropical state like Georgia or Florida. She wanted to come back home. She loved this. She loved this island. It's just a cruel, and it's just unbelievable that after working, leaving your country, going to make life, the search for the American dream, and you finally achieve the dream and come back and decide, okay, I'm now going to spend my retirement money in my own birthright country. This is what is happening. She's not the first retiree or the first elderly person being targeted by woodlands. This is just unfair. It is very unfair. It makes somebody like me don't want to return home. And everybody should listen out there. When you come back, you're taking a risk coming back to this island because they have no respect for what you work hard for. They everyone wants to come and read the fruit, but they don't know the beginning. They don't know the struggle. They don't know what you went through.
You see? You see? I'm looking at the video of where she was living. That's luxury living. That is definitely some luxury living. And I just pulled up the area. That is definitely some luxury living. So she was doing super well then. A X6 and a Toyota Tundra. Wincor says she also went to the bank and withdrew $1.3 million from her account. Someone said, called and said she ran a few nursing staffing agencies. I'll wait for more of her story to come out. I know we all getting different pieces of the story from different places, but I'm waiting for them to put this together. Like, law enforcement wise, to put it together. Either way, this is sad. Either way, this is super sad. You know, my question is this though. Not even my question. This is my statement. You couldn't rob if there was something for you to rob there. You couldn't rob it without doing all the other stuff. Like you could. This is demonic. You couldn't rob it without killing and sexually assaulting, or that had to be a part of the package. You know, me always joke and say, if you're gonna rob me, rob me. But leave me so I can go make a money so you can rob me again if you need to rob me again. But you rob somebody and you do this. You can't do anything with none of the stuff you took from her. She's gone forever. What did you accomplish? You work hard and you can't even enjoy being a return resident, says Nance. And that is a big part of our dreams. A big part of our dreams is how we are going to pull off our yard when we're done, right? After you done broke your back a foreign and set yourself properly, or you're going to pull off a yard and just enjoy yourself, and you can't even do that. You have to make sure so you grill up the place. You hide back at the grill them. You have some security camera footage, something around you. 2 big dog in the yard and 2 cousins where we kill people for you. You have to make sure so, like, it's too much. It's too much. I can see why some people say they prefer to stay overseas. And you know, people outside of that will say stuff like, well, stay apart and then Jamaica no want you. And I used to say that too, but guess what? At the end of the day, man, it's about self-preservation. See? And I can't tell somebody, go risk your life if you don't feel safe. There's a lot of people in Florida that are living out to old age, like Jamaicans specifically, who are here living out to old age, you know, them 70s, 80s, 90s. 90s are up in our old age. You know, them 90s and going looking like they're going to make 100. And them safe. They can drive any car they want to drive. Nobody will see them as a target because they're driving a nice car. They can live in nice houses. Nobody will see them as a target because them build the house up, make it look nice. There's something about being here, and I guess it's because there is more wealth here. You build up a nice house here, your neighbor them probably have a nicer house. You buy an expensive car here, you see 10 car more expensive than yours pass you. You know, so it's like, it's kind of different. It's different comparing here to Jamaica in certain ways. People don't speak to each other here like that. You go into Jamaica, into certain communities, if them don't know you as I'm a mother friend that, and this a Miss Joan where used to grow away, and this a Baba mother, and this a my cousin them auntie, and then you out of luck in those communities. You're looked at as a foreigner, you're looked at as a stranger, and to the criminals, you're looked at as an easy target. Foreign him come from, man, trust me, you have money. Him fly out regular. Yeah, him just come back again. Soon fly out too. I bet some money in the house, dog. You can buy yourself a nice car. Say, you know what? I don't want no nice car, a foreign car. I want one this at Jamaica. I've always wanted a BMW X6. Come work so hard. I just feel like say is a car I like the features. Buy that and drive it round. All eyes on you. I owe him. I want him get money by X6. Mel also hear the man some conversation for Andre channel. Yeah, I don't really go off those still. Those are hearsay. I know there was an interruption just now in the line, breaking up. I don't really go off those. You know, I'm not saying they're not credible or they are credible, but those are hearsay. I've had people who call me before and say I'm related to so and this, that, and the other, and it turns out they're not. They just call in with stories. Me know her, you know. Yeah, she used to run her business, one nursing staffing agency and stuff. The woman there, her karma come back, come catch her man, because she never used to treat her worker them good. All these other kind of stuff. Then there are people will literally, grown people will sit there and just come up with this stuff. I don't know if them there, them yard a drink and snort coke or something. And when you check it, nothing no goes up. So not saying they're not credible. I'm just not, y'all can have that conversation among yourself. What was said where? I like to wait on more credible source of information before I run with any of all of that. The end of the day, she's 72 years old. She lost her life in a messed up way. My mom ain't no 70 yet, but she, the day will come. My mom is one of the people who said she ain't going back to Jamaica to live. Like, she'll visit, but she not retire and go back there. And I always said to her, Mr. Mummy, how could you say you're not going back to Jamaica? Because, plus our parents left whole heap of stuff. So how you not go back to Jamaica? She was like, me not go back there. No, sir. You see how Jamaica run. And every time I go to Jamaica, she's like super paranoid, She's like, I'm so worried about you. When I come back, it's like, thank God you made it back safe. It's like and my mom is less worried when I was doing deployment going into combat than when I go to Jamaica. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. All I go on, man, I keep on saying it. I'm not one of them that you're going to run away from Jamaica, though, with your crime and violence. I would probably come do some crime and violence to make sure, say, who think crime and violence is the way is not going to be around to do it kind of thing. But now I run away and left my birthright because people want, because at the end of the day, when we all run away, guess what happens? We all run away because we see what they're doing to the people who return. Then what happens? The story becomes real. The gentrification becomes real. The population change becomes real. It won't be Jamaicans living in Jamaica another 20, 30 years from now. Anybody who in my age group, you have about 30, 40 more years of life. If that, then we're going to be in our 80s. If God make we live till we're 100, we have 50 more years of life. We parents don't have much longer, right? Hate to put it this way. I'm just speaking realistically. So if you look down the road another 50 years, there won't be no real Jamaicans living in Jamaica. It'll be a bunch of foreigners because who could have go back, did afraid and stay foreign and phased out over there. And their children have no connection to the land and the culture. And then foreigners came in and took up everything. It's stories like these that cause stuff like that to happen. Christine Simpson says it's the mindset of the people in Africa. Enough places people poor and they still won't kill you. Things is not their God. Yes, it's the mindset of the people. A young African brother made a video. I told y'all the other day I'm watching it, and he was like almost in tears, man, because he is so heavily influenced by Jamaica and reggae music. He was like, my Jamaican brothers, you have shamed your ancestors. You have embarrassed your ancestors. What this? What this? Why you killing each other like this? What is this for? And he started talking about where he's from in Africa and how they're like dirt poor compared to even poverty in Jamaica. And he's like, we don't kill each other. We find ways to work out our differences, or we let time work it out. What's this? Soaking the blood, the soil with your people's blood. Colonizers coming in and taking over everything that your ancestors fought so hard to leave something behind for you. Soon you'll be no more. I listened to him talk, and I was like, this brother has never been in Jamaica. As a young African brother that's in Africa. And he was so on point. But to know, sir, our people ain't listening to him. Them not listen to him. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, SouFlo.
But there, fam, what going? Morning.
Yeah, you know, you hit the nail upon the head, you know. Because I
Mm.
don't understand how 4 man or 3 man will have a job. Them a work.
Mm-hmm.
All the three of them plan up to do crime. And all three of them go with it.
All three of them go with the thing.
I just don't understand.
And nobody never out of the group could have sensible enough to say, we can't do this, no, bro, this not right.
So
And say it's strong
three of
enough.
my friend them for agree to know. Nothing like this.
Then they are not friend if you have. If you can get 3 friends to agree to something like that and a friend if you have.
Yeah, because I just don't understand the mindset. Like, your mother never said a father bad company.
Boy, I mean, I know, brother.
It's like, it's crazy. 3 man.
And you know the sad part about this? The sad part about this is the impact that this has on the image of Jamaica and in the minds of returning residents or those who are expats who want to come back, etc. This carry a serious ramification behind it, you know. And them youth here don't even think about them things that when them are do the things that they're doing.
You understand what you're saying? Because they go on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drive for the first time.
In a yard.
In a yard.
See it.
And it's like, you don't know what to expect. Like when you see a man drive up next to you on bike,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know where you're going.
Yeah. May I tell you this?
But
boy, may I tell you.
Are you in a store floor? May I tell you, around 15 years, I never go to Jamaica for.
Saying.
I mean, I listen to the channel.
That's too long, man.
And you say, go on from the resort.
Yes.
And do a thing.
Yes.
But do that.
Say.
You say, come on for a resort little. But do that.
Venture out.
Yeah. So now for the first time, I said, I'm going to drive that time now.
See.
The experience is a little different.
Take your time and go through, man. You'll be just all right. But, you know, just be vigilant same way. Not need to be superpower, but just be vigilant same way. You'll be okay. Right. Sinan said the same time as me. You'll be okay. You'll be all right, my brother. No, let me know, you know. When you come back, let me know, you know.
Call all the time.
Me know. All right. Call out and let me know here.
All right.
All right, my brother. Enjoy yourself. All right. Yeah, man. Let's end this. Let's end this one like this, because the next story we could tie right into this, right? Hold on. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
Give thanks, right? God is good.
Yes, indeed.
I'm every day, but from time to time, and sometimes like this morning is one of those days. Now you're talking about something that just rub me, right? I'm a vet, as you are, right? I was in the Marines, right?
Okay.
And what I want to ask you, with
loving and simple person,
with what we have as a vet, as far as medical, you tell me what work it is to live in Jamaica.
So you're basically asking, like, as far as the medical benefits that we have, where would we get such medical benefits if we were to move back to Jamaica permanently, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Well, I honestly can't tell you where.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So that is just for us as vets.
Right.
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 Okay. All right. So I heard you spoke about your mother. I'm a little older than you, right? My mom now she's 82, just turned 82.
Okay.
Right. And She is stroke
She's immobile
from stroke.
from a stroke.
And I had to fly her.
You had to fly her out from Jamaica. I'm repeating what you're saying
Right.
because your call is breaking up. So you had to fly her out from Jamaica.
Right.
Right. I'm guessing the resources to take care of her properly weren't there.
Not just that. Just at the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it was so the family decided to fly her out, and we came back to Florida,
Okay.
right? Thank God she's still around, still immobile, but still around.
Right.
But from my experience, I mean, it would be difficult. That's her experience,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Her experience showed you that it wouldn't be a good idea for you to do it.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Mm.
So I'm giving you from that angle, right? Where a lot of people as retirees, nobody plan for sickness.
Right.
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 Nobody plan for sickness. Yes. There's no doubt about it. We love Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
We do love Jamaica. But we have to think of the reality. And the reality is, what I'm telling my friend, is that our Jamaica society, the mentality, it's gone.
Mm.
It's gone. It's gone. And I tell you this, there's no coming back. Right?
Mm.
But for away from that, let me tell you, the main thing, I can't do the Jamaican life anymore.
Mm.
You know why?
Why?
You have to be, there's an aggressiveness that you have to have. If you don't have it, right, you cannot survive.
I hate to say this. No, I hate.
Ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
The caller before asked a question.
Mm-hmm.
3 guys went, and not one of them could say no. Look here. If one tried to say no, the other 2, them deal with him too. And it's not that we don't have good Jamaicans in a slow flow, right? It's not that we have good Jamaicans enough. It's out of everything, we have 8 good enough, but it's 2, it's just the 2 were bad. The 2 that bad. The other nice. Right? That is our mentality. You understand? That's just the mentality. And guess what? Our people, I tell you this.
Maybe hold on, not to cut you off, but maybe it's because I think, okay, so here's one of the things that I realized, right? A lot of people romanticize Jamaica and forget that Jamaica is a real place kind of thing. So we go to Jamaica expecting everybody to be nice kind of thing. Walk with me if you think I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. We go to Jamaica expecting everybody to be nice, and everybody is not nice. Everybody is not nice even where you're at right now, right? Jamaican people are a bit more sociable, but definitely not everybody is nice. So when we don't get what we think we're supposed to get, like everybody being nice to you and, everybody helpful and everybody is cheerful and joyful, then we say, you know what? Me no want the other place because them just too aggressive and them just too disrespectful and the customer service always bad, and you're turned off by it. Me personally, I don't expect everybody to be nice. Matter of fact, I don't really expect nobody to be nice. And I was gonna say something when you said something about there's a certain level of aggressiveness that you have to have. I can't argue with you on that, because I'm one of them people there where I'll be kind and humble and low key and low speaking all day, but I 0 to 100 real quick when it's necessary. And I can go from octave 2 to 20 real fast, loud as I need to be, quiet as I need to be. And some people are at a point in life where they feel like that's too much for me, man. Me no want to deal with them kind of something there. I guess I'm still at the age group where I'll take on all that. I'll take on all that. So me and you are like seeing I'm not going to, okay, we're breaking up. Unstable connection. I still stand my ground as in nobody is not gonna chase me out of there. You know, the badness and the dirty attitude and the this and the that is still not gonna chase me out of there, kind of thing.
Look here, I agree with you, you know,
Right.
where you're not going to let them chase you out. But all I am saying to you is, like for me, for anybody who I care about, they want to go there to retire. I let them understand that, hey, I love you, I care for you, but
you're done with it.
Right, and of course, I'm like your mother.
Right.
I'm going to be worried about you.
Right.
I'm going to be worried about you more so than I have a loved one that even some deployed somewhere overseas.
Same.
Right? You understand? Because that's the thing with Jamaica, and to know it's a small island, and the island that we know that it is sad. It is sad that it is like that.
Yeah, things have changed. You know, things have changed from our so-called glory period where it was all airy vibes and holy love and to go around, and we get that. We get that. But there's a faction of us who still can't leave it and won't run away and just leave it. But we understand. I understand. I never used to understand before, but I understand now. For those who say, like my mom, no sir, me not go back there to live. I perfectly understand.
Look here, is when you mention your mom, you know, how your mom feel, you know.
Right.
And that is what urged me to give you a call. Yes, I know you realize, right?
Yes.
But I just want to emphasize to you, and I'm going to leave you with this.
All right.
Right? Bob Marley have how many kids you know about?
14 or 12 or something like that.
All right. Well, I know of those 10, right?
Or 10.
Okay. You try and figure out how many of them actually live in Jamaica.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to leave you with that.
All right.
All right.
All right, my brother.
All right. But guess what? It don't stop me to be. I'm a proud Jamaican.
Right.
And it's a pity our people in Jamaica, especially a lot of them that can't get to travel, don't realize how much love and we are respected and the impact that we have
around the world.
Around the world, anywhere we go.
Jamaica. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Enough love, my brother. Yeah.
Manners and respect, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Cool.
All right. Hold off on the phone call them there. Listen, as bad as things be, right? Because the next story after this, me just wrap it up. It no good neither. And me just take this morning for me kill morning. The body of a woman who had been reported missing discovered Monday morning in Golden Valley, Seaford, St. Thomas. The deceased, if you look at our icon this morning, it's the young lady in the blue and white dress, right? Beautiful young lady that was identified as 28-year-old Rashni Bonfield, otherwise known as Denisha, a resident of the Golden Valley area. Her semi-nude body was found in bushes around that area at 10:30 a.m., bearing severe wounds to her forehead. She was reported missing to the Seaford police station on Sunday evening, at approximately 7 p.m. after she was last seen leaving her home around 3 p.m. that same day. It is believed that she had been raped and killed. Investigators are doing their due diligence to try to figure out. It was said that she left home to attend a funeral and she didn't make it to the funeral. So again, here we go with the same narrative, the same conversation. What do we do to stay safe? You know, for the young ladies, them, or for anybody, if you're going into a car and the car is not a car you've been in before, we live in an age of technology. Just tell the driver, hold on a little bit. Snap a picture of him and a picture of license plate and send it forward to somebody, right? Quick, quick. It literally take 2 seconds. Or share your location if you can, right? Be able to share the location if you can, right? And these kind of things. We just have to start taking measures because, listen, we are not a perfect society by far. And just like how, you know, mad people amongst we, you know, mad people in clean clothes live amongst us. Some sadistic people live amongst us. Some people who ain't well in the head live amongst us. Them look okay, but them not okay. And we're going to find that out one way or another, right? So we have to, regardless of whatever, take measures. So this ain't really even a Jamaica. We just said Jamaica because Jamaica we come from, and that's where we want to be. And we don't like to see them things there happen, and we would like for it to happen less there. However, some people are right by saying, but them something that happen everywhere, SouFLo. They're right. I guess we just don't want to see it happen where we come from, right? End of the day, we have to take measures to protect ourselves. Stop walking around like the world is all okay and everybody around you is good. And, you know, God will take care of everything because God help those who help themselves. So you have to go help yourself a little bit and God will help you the rest of the way. That's the message at the end of the day. Now, as far as wrapping this all up, I don't want anybody to ever come to this channel and feel like, because them used to tell like on me, you know, every time me come at your channel and you do a story about Jamaica, me feel like say I will never go back there. Lord, your story them so depressing and them scary. And you're not watching my channel, my friend. You look for your excuse because you make up your mind not to go back already. And you're trying to use me as a scapegoat. I don't want anybody to ever come here and feel like the glass is half empty. Because my glass, as far as Jamaica is concerned, is always half full. I'm very hopeful about Jamaica. I'm very optimistic about Jamaica's future. I'm very optimistic. I know we have a lot of issues, but I feel like we're definitely going to get over these hurdles sometime in the future. All when people say it non-change, it can't ever get better. For some reason, I see better there. At least for me, I see better there. See? So I don't want nobody come here and feel like this is a beatdown channel where we say all the worst things about Jamaica and we just leave it right there. So we have issues, but we are working on issues them. This is more like just enlightening each other. So we have a community of people that understand current events, what's going on, and how to protect themselves from what is taking place, and that kind of stuff. Me not tell nobody to run away from Jamaica, because me no run away from it, and I never will. I'm not telling nobody to throw a stone behind them and talk about, me done with it, I'll never go back there, because I will never do that, right? I said something in a video where somebody said, SouFLo, please don't ever say anything like that because the tongue is mightier than a sword, whatever. I was driving through Westmoreland and I said to my wife, because she was in the car, I said, you know, sir, even if something for happen right now when I'm dead, yeah, so I feel good. Me all right. Because I'm dead, which part I come from. And somebody who watched it left in the comment section, oh my God, don't say anything like that. I'm not calling down death on myself, people. I speak life into everybody around me, into myself and all this. I was hypothetically saying, I don't want to pass away in a foreign land, in a land where I will never see as my homeland. As long as I live in the United States of America, as many things as I've done here, as good as I feel when I'm here, the back of my mind always still says, Jamaica is your home. And that's where you come from. And to tell you the truth, look at the climate right now with immigration. If me go getting involved in anything right now, one of my offenses might be on the list of strip his ass of his, denaturalize him, and send them back to where them are gonna send me go? No, Jamaica? Okay. So how could I throw stone behind me? I don't leave nothing out of the possibilities of what could happen in the future. And with that said, I'm one of the Jamaican them that nobody can get out. You can't run me away from it. You can't run me away from it. You can't deter me from it. You can't make me feel like I'm not coming back to it. No matter what go on, my plane are gonna land and I'm gonna depend it same way. No matter what go on, my investments are gonna be there same way. No matter what I go on, my people's blood is in the soil. Their bodies are buried in the ground on that island. Not going nowhere. So we have to go fight what we have to go fight with and fix up what needs to fix up. Because somehow we just not run with. That's how we are leave it at this morning. All right. Manners and respect to each and every one of you. Mr. Bram says, that's what Mia said. Look at all that's happening here now. If them strip me, all I have to survive is Jamaica. And that may I tell you. Oh, before we go, speaking of that, citizenship, I should have done this yesterday morning. It's really short, and we're going to finish up like this. Citizenship denaturalization is not just for treason. If you lied on your application to get your citizenship, or and they find out even many years later, you can be denaturalized. If you commit fraud, wire fraud, I just went and looked on the list. USCIS has it on their website. I encourage you all to go. Notice I always give my sources, so people not saying just I make up and talk foolishness. Let me start from the top. Citizenship denaturalization is not just for treason. If you lied on your application, and it's found out even years later, you can still be denaturalized. If you commit fraud, wire fraud, credit card fraud, scamming, like lotto scamming, phone fraud, end up on the phone. Hello, good morning, Mrs. Simpson. This is Mr. James calling from Publishers Clearinghouse. I would like to tell you that you've won $2 million US. That, if you're a citizen over here, I know that you can lose your citizenship. Denaturalized for it. If you are found to be a gang member, you can be denaturalized. If you are involved in the molestation or sexual abuse of a minor or anyone else and you're proven to be guilty, you can be denaturalized. Somebody said the other day that did I have any proof of any of these? So I went and did my research and may I bring it to you now. If you are found to be involved in war crimes, terrorist fundings, or if you're found to have been helping anybody who has committed any of these types of crimes or any other serious crimes, you can lose your citizenship. Not your green card, your citizenship. There are countless examples of people who have lost theirs. And a few of them was, you can look up US versus John Ivan Kaliman. He participated in an anti-Jewish event and he was stripped of his citizenship. You can look up Mesmore Bell Anyak. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison and his citizenship was revoked after it was proven that he lied on his application in 2023. You can look up Arizmond, USA versus Arizmond. He was denaturalized for sex offenses against some school students. You can look up US versus Lopez. Sex abuse of a minor for multiple years, denaturalized. US versus Omoparlio had sexual contact with a minor, which at the time they found out was 7 years old and a family member, denaturalized. And then there was Adenia Ibrahim. Adenia Ibrahim, you can look up US versus Adenia Ibrahim. He was denaturalized as a US citizen. They took away his citizenship because he was hooking up people from his country. When you come, you gotta find somebody for you married to. And you're married to them and sort out your papers and stuff. Right. And they caught him and he lost his citizenship. So for those of you who are telling me that the only way you could get your citizenship taken away and it's not hard, I mean, it's extremely hard to get your citizenship taken away, and you have to go like commit treason or something like that. I suggest y'all go back to the USCIS site today and just type in denaturalization and see, or denaturalization offenses, and see the list of things that can get your citizenship taken away. All right, we're gonna leave this one right here. We're Jamaican to the bone now. We're not throwing no stone behind we. Cause anytime shit hit fan, you know, say we might have a boogie go our yard. In the meantime, we thankful for the opportunities where we're at, and we're enjoying them, and we're you know, exploiting all the opportunities to the fullest. Cause we come up and meet somebody, don't it? Yeah. With that said, manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. If you're not getting your notifications, I'm not in control of YouTube. There's only so much I can do. Please remember to still tune in. Now, there is one day out of the week that we normally choose to take that day off so we can reset everything. It's usually a Wednesday or a Thursday. If that happens, we still usually put up a video in the morning, and under that video, we would pin in the comment section or notification board that says, this will be your video for the day. There won't be a live today, but we'll see you tomorrow. Other than that, we are here. So just come on over, all right? Again, manners and respect to each and every one of you. Like my grandmother, Miss Ruby, said, if you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to just be good. And my grandfather, Mas Clevey, always said, we'll see you tomorrow, if God spare my life. All right? I'm out. Peace.